All right, so you may be one of those people that travel a lot. You're always on the go. You have social events. Maybe it's part of your work. Sometimes it's part of our lifestyle, and we have to still make it work around that. So here I want to share some of my best tips on how to succeed with our fitness, even around your lifestyle, even around family events, social events, traveling on the go, and things like that. But first things first, what we got to realize is, we don't have to be 100% perfect all the time. We just want to do our best with this. But one of the best ways that I always suggest is just first things first. We know how much calories we need to be taking daily. If we're not tracking our food, we should track our food to make sure we're not going over in calories, but also to make sure we're not, super low on calories, because that's where lots of people mess up is they just cut so much calories. They're hungry, they're starving, and that's where they get hungry, they binge, they overeat, things like that. So tracking is always going to be helpful, but this also allows us the flexibility to be able to fit in the foods we like, to fit in social events and things like this. Because say we got a date night or a social event or a party or something coming up, we can plan ahead. Okay, I know I'm going to dinner at 5, Friday night. Well, let me have smaller meals for breakfast, smaller meals for lunch, keep my meals lighter, and save a lot of our calories for the event, for the date night, for whatever it is. And this way we can still fit in foods, maybe even a drink or so, but still accomplish the goals without overdoing it. It's usually when people have a normal breakfast or have a big breakfast, big lunch, and then they got the event come up and they go super over calories and they gain weight. So one of the best things we could do is just plan ahead for it. Like I said, if we got an event coming up, keep the calories light throughout the day, keep it high protein so we're staying full, and then just still be able to enjoy the event and everything like that. And then of course, anytime we are eating out, I always suggest a high protein option, even getting double protein, because when we eat lots of protein, we're going to be more full, we're going to be more satisfied, and that's what's going to really help us succeed. It's when we eat things like rice, breads, pastas, we can eat lots of it and not be very full. But if we eat like a 10-ounce steak, we're going to be full for hours. So we always want to do high protein, and we can just kind of we can bring down the carbs a little bit to compensate. So that can be a great way to still be able to have a good time, have a nice meal, and then still hit the calories, still hit the goals. And then of course, the next day we just get right back to it. We don't worry about social events, because one thing I'm a big fan of is making this part of your lifestyle. It's not something where we want to hate the process, or we feel deprived, or we feel like we can't enjoy life, because that's never fun. That's hard to maintain. But this way, it allows us to still be able to have a good time, still be able to enjoy family, friends, date nights, social events, things we got to do that we enjoy, but then still also accomplish the fitness goals. So one of the best things we can do is, like I said, just manage your calories throughout the day, and then, hey, have a high protein option so we stay full. And then, hey, we're right back on track the next day. We don't got to worry about it. So that's if we ever are eating out or we got something coming up. But of course, if we're on the go, we have to eat on the go, on the run. Same thing. There's tons of options that we can eat out even on the go. Even McDonald's has salads if we want to be real about it. But same thing. We want to look for a high protein option. Some of my go-to food choices are things like Chipotle. We can get double chicken, double steak. I always get, instead of getting it on a whole thing of rice, hey, we can get it with no rice. We can get it on a side of green with this, on a side of greens, or maybe half rice. Limit the carbs, but then up the protein, double protein. Let me get double chicken, double steak. That way we're more full, and like I said, it goes into us being full and us being able to eat less because we're staying full. But Subway is another great option. Any place where you can, there's a place called the Fuji Grill. We can get some nice chicken bowls and stuff like this, and it's all about what you do with these foods. Let me get no sauce. Let me get the sauce on the side, the salad dressing on the side. Sometimes when these people throw dressings and stuff, they overdo it. But if we can get the dressings on the side, well, then we can control how much calories we're intaking and how much we're putting on it, instead of being like, oh man, I tried to eat healthy and they drenched it in ranch. So we can always get the dressings on the side. We can get it with no cheese. We can get it with wrapped in lettuce, or a wrap instead of a big old piece of bread. Lots of choices that we can make on the go. Let me get it with no cheese, no sour cream. All these choices that we can make to save lots of calories. So no matter where we go, Starbucks is another one. They have, these little egg white sandwiches, egg white bites, things like this, high protein and pretty low in calories. So it's just about finding the food places that that you can have a good meal at. Like I said, lots of these places where we can get chicken bowls, chicken, El Pollo Loco, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, all these places. Of course, these are last resort options. Obviously, these, we want to set ourselves up for success and not have to, run into this. But there is occasions where, hey, we don't got any other option, and same thing. We want to choose high protein options, and then just try to minimize a lot of the extra calories with the BS, the cheese, and all the high calorie stuff. But if we just keep it high protein, it's hard to really go wrong with that. And then even if we're on the go, high protein snacks, things like beef jerky. They sell little eggs. They sell protein bowls and protein little packages and stuff we can get even on the gas stations, protein bars, protein shakes. Things like this are going to set us up for success, and all we're trying to do is just manage it. Hey, we're on the road, we're on the go, we want to do our best, keep it high protein, log it in, track our calories and just do our best with it, and then hey, we're right back on track, when we get back home or whatever. But this way we can still make it work, around our lifestyle, around our travel lifestyle, just and then we still be successful with this. So those are some of my best tips I implement myself. I travel a lot, planes, all that stuff, different states, working, business, all that stuff. And it's just like, hey, we could just manage it this way, high protein, it's the easy way to go. And that way we're still set up for success.